Hi everyone and welcome back to a little bit of Warframe. So, I had some time playing around with Dagath, testing a little bit, and I've invested way too many Forma into her. So let's talk about it. Right, first and foremost, this is basically the old build, the first build that I've came up with, and all I've changed about this is adding the Excellent slot with preparation. This makes it all mega comfy to start with a lot of energy. And yeah, so that is something you could do if you wanted to. Um, you could also drop this and go this route instead. So I've invested one aura forma and three regular forma, basically adding two dashes and a V. Um, Honestly, if you want to use an umbral forma, go for it. That will cut down the other formas considerably, right? But yeah, I just didn't want to. Now, why 4 forma? Well, I definitely wanted to fit Augur Reach in this. Like, I honestly, without Augur Reach, our 2 is pathetic. Really. It goes down to, what? 21 meters and radius 14.5, so radius 17.5 and 26. Well, it's noticeable. It's noticeable enough that I thought I want it, right? We upgraded a couple of mods, right? We went from flow to primed flow, we went from continuity to primed continuity. We switched out the shield gating mods for Umbral Vitality and Adaptation, and Umbral Intensify instead of regular Intensify. We get 200% strength with that. In combination with Mold Augmented, which adds another 60%, we are on 270% strength, and that is enough, in combination with Corrosive Projection, to completely armor strip within the first cast, which is, that is so good. Right, so honestly, if you're fine with investing Umbral Forma into a regular Warframe, go for it. I just don't think I want to do that. And I had a couple of regular Formas lying around, so I was like, I just really want to go for it. And see if Vitality and Adaptation is good enough for the Steel Path. And Helminth, I'm using Ensnare from Korra to group up the enemies. Makes it easy to cast our 2 and our 4 on them. So, yeah, kind of a no-brainer there, right? I would love to have preparation in here, but I mean, that probably would cost me an Umbral Forma now that I'm thinking about it. Yes, it would. Oh well. So yeah, early on in the mission, wow, I can't talk. It is like hard, and you will see this in the Steel Path run that we will do. We will do the regular shenanigans of 10 minutes on Selkie. There we go. Like, the biggest thing for the Dagath, in my opinion, if you are building, oh hello, around her 4, is you need to find a room that's only one entrance, so the enemies only can come from one side.
I'm sending life support capsules your way.
And yeah, that's kind of hard to find a lot of the time, right? So we will use Cenoric to build up some energy. Also, something like this could actually work. Never tested it. Let's find out if this works. I have the Lex Prime with me, I have the Fullman with me, and I actually do have a Stropha with me as well, if we really need to lay down some damage on the Acolyte. There we go. Our Panzer Vulpaphyla is doing its thing. And let's just start the casting rotation. As you see, not that bad. You need to go. We need some of you. Oh, slash proc, that's not nice. Group them up. There we go. And really, like, heavy lifting is done by Arcane Energize, not gonna lie.
Get ready for a capsule.
But once you have a group of them, as you can see, cast your 2, cast your 4. I need to activate my 3 actually, because I forgot to do that. And yeah, we take some damage, we are getting shot at, but as soon as we cast Ensnare, we are pretty fine. And we can start picking them off with our legs. Since we don't have enough energy, now we have, so cast our 4. Very nice. throw Ensnare out again, heal up with our operator. I'm using Magus Elevate for that.
Support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Nice. And yeah, that's kind of how it works. As you can see, energy economy still is problematic. That's definitely something that I don't like, but there's nothing we can do about that at the moment. Well, there is ways, right? There is ways. You could build for less strength, add more of energy efficiency. Just don't know if that's feasible enough. But that's why we do bring like a decent weaponry in general with us. Need to take care of this guy, there we go. And now with some energized procs, we are looking good. We are basically filled up on energy right now. So now we can really camp it out. But yeah, that's kind of the thing you have to do. You have to get your initial burst of energy, which is why in the shield gating setup I was using preparation. That made it so easy to begin the mission in a spot where we have to work for with this variation of the build. But I'm still very uncomfortable with shield gating as a playstyle. I don't know what it is. Something in my head does not click with shield gating, and I really am not sure what it is. There we go. As you can see, you can decimate huge groups of enemies with this setup, and that is very fun to do. I meant to get energy regen going. There we go. You see an acolyte, just an Xmas unit, sorry. Just shoot him with weaponry, break the overguard, and then they will be able to be crowd controlled by Ensnare. And yeah, if you're running out of energy, just make sure you have enough for Ensnare for the acolyte, and then you can just take a weapon that you like, that is decent for Steel Path, and just lay on them with weapons until your enemy is filled back up again. And yeah, sure, we do have to do some healing, but that's fine by me, honestly. Like, I don't mind that too much. Go. Slash proc, nasty, not cool. But yeah, it works. Like, I have reached my goal to make her viable with health and adaptation. And as I said, for Archon shards, or did I talk about that? I can't remember. It's been like, what, 4.5 minutes and I already forgot. I'm sorry. But yeah, Archon shards, I would recommend armor Archon shards for sure. Make sure you have a couple of guys tethered up. Let's grab some life support because I done a bad job of killing things. There we go. Nice. And as you can see, my energy economy now, once I have reached a good amount of energy, it's not that bad anymore. We have a problem though. The acolyte is doing weird stuff. Hey, where are you? Ah, there you are. Ow. Very problematic. Very, very problematic here. But we managed. So that's kind of the thing that can happen. You get overwhelmed, either by an acolyte that doesn't cooperate or just other stupid things. It can happen, but it's mostly doable to just camp out. But as I said, you need like a room that you're comfortable with. This one I just felt like could work, and it's not that bad. We could also like tether them up there, tether them up back there, and have like something like that going, where we cast in both directions, but I feel like this is getting very demanding on you while playing, so just finding like a nice room to set up will work very fine. And now we have a little bit of an energy problem, as you can see. So we're just doing that. We are killing the things with our Lex Prime, or with whatever weaponry we have on us, right? To generate some energy orbs, and then we are good again. There we go. Now we have a ton of energy again. And we can start recasting our abilities. So hopefully the second Acolyte will be a better showcase of just how instantly you can evaporate them. Because that is basically all you need for the Acolytes, right? Oh, slash proc being nasty there. Oh. There we go. Fix the energy problem with an energized proc. Now, if this was the Dagath Prime, and that's way in the future, obviously, I would definitely invest one Umbral Forma on her to get that, like, preparation going as well. Because, as I said, it is actually very, very useful. Oh, 2.2 million on that one. Poor guy. Alex Prime Incarnate is just a sight to behold. I love it. And that is very nice. But as you can see, we are in here in this room. We are chilling. We could wait for more enemies to show up, but I want to like make this casting loop pretty obvious what you're doing. We're grouping them up. We're casting our 2, and if we have the energy, we will cast our 4. If we don't have the energy, we need to do a little bit of killing with our guns, which I'm just doing a really bad job at the moment, so let's tether up a couple of enemies. Recharge our Incarnate form on the Lex Prime. There it is. And just shoot some Grenier in the face.
Support levels. Extraction is your best option.
Obviously, since we do not have enhanced loot drops, we need to take care of life support from time to time, which I've been doing a very bad job at.
Support has been replenished.
So I guess we also need to find a new room. Activate our 3 again, awesome. Let's just fill up on life support and kill the
Life support has
Acolyte,
been replenished.
and then we should be fine. Right. Is there a room near extraction
Life support activated.
that we could occupy? Not really. Need to go a little bit further back, I guess. We could just try to set up in this tube, but then we have the problem again of getting shot in the back and stuff, so... Yeah, we got immediately evaporated from over there. I don't know if you caught that, but that was like... That was honestly instant death, which... This is why it is so omega important to find a decent room to set up. Because the price you pay if you don't find one is just, it's still calf, right? So you will die fairly quickly. Acolyte is gonna show up. Let's grab the energy. Let's chill in here for a sec. Ow. We have our 3 ready. Oh, hey, Acolyte. There we go. Throw in snare. 2, 4, dead. There we go. That's how we like it. And we died immediately after, which is fine. So yeah. That is pretty much how this goes with the Dagath. You saw when we were in our cozy room, everything was fine. Once you start venturing out, things get difficult. Because honestly, open rooms is the bane of the Dagath's existence. So yeah, find a cozy room, set up there, and just do your rotation, grab your energy orbs, hope for energized procs, use your Sonoric focus as often as you can if you're struggling with energy. It works. It does work. Now, if you want to go the shield gating route, obviously you do not need as much. Oh, Burrow is here. Hey, cool. Right. If sorry for that, I got distracted. So, if you just go for the no forma build that I've showed off, you would not have preparation, and you would not need any forma, right? So that still works, but I honestly feel like preparation was a game changer for that build. I'm still, as I stated multiple times, I'm still not comfortable with shield gating. That is definitely something I need to work on. Going the route of health coupled with adaptation, I feel like you saw pretty well there in the mission. Once you go into an open space, you are just like dead, right? 125 armor is nothing. That is absolutely nothing. So, yeah. That's probably, as I said, a stat that I would patch up with the...
All the way out here. Operator.
Okay, Ordis. I think I heard all all the voice lines. So, where is Ordis? Where are you? Are you under audio? Yeah. Ordis. You are done. Transmissions are done. Right. Good stuff. There we go. Right. So that's that. Yeah. As I said, I initially had some reservations with this Warframe, and it took me a while to figure out the build. I mentioned that in the initial build video, right? But over time, I started to feel comfortable with it, especially for one-shots on groups of enemies with ensnare. That is just something that I've come up with before I started to record this video. I just had this build together, and then I was like, do you know what? I should see what ensnare does on this. And yeah, obviously you saw how that went. But that is it for the build. Just so you know, Cynric is definitely the way to go with her, because Wellspring is so good, right? It's so good. Like, if you just have one rank in Energy Pulse and one rank in Wellspring, that will give you a boost in energy, and that will feel very, very good. So yeah, that's the Dagath. That's the build I'm currently running. I'm probably going to like play around with a different build. Something in the lines of building more around her 2 and 1, those synergies, and potentially throw away her 4. Maybe. I'll have to see. But yeah, just going with Helminth, with Ensnare is a fun thing to do. But that's it for the build. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And as always, take care. Bye.